from J. David Ramsey Stadium on the campus of Bear River High School. Touchdown Productions, celebrating 21 years of local high school sports excellence, is proud to present the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Les Schwab Tires Division 5 football playoffs. Tonight, in the semifinals of the D5, your number 6 seed Bear River Bruins take on the number 7 seed Ripon Indians. The Bruins are one game away from a return to the Division 5 finals, and we have all the playoff action right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. Whoa! The Bear River Bruins return home for an unscheduled playoff contest on the road to the section title. Their opponent tonight is their familiar playoff rival, the Ripon Indians. Good evening, Bruin fans. This is Marty Mortensen, the voice of Bear River football. Joining me tonight, making his own playoff appearance, is veteran broadcaster and Bear River alumnus, SteveSitter. Our executive producer is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and our camera operator is Michael West. Steve, what can you say about this playoff situation here tonight?
Well, Marty, it's great to come back to the polar vortex for such an important game for the Bruins. Both these teams trying to advance to the finals. And as the number 6 and number 7 teams, they were both on the road in the first week, but both managed huge upsets in week 1.
All right, for the Bruins, it was a trouncing over last year's D5 champion, a number 3 seed, the Capital Christian Cougars, by a score of 26-7.
Yeah, and for the Indians, it was a big win over number 2 seed Calaveras. Final score of that one was 28-13.
So the Bruins received the home game tonight because of their higher seed. However, they come home to a very wet and soggy field here tonight.
Yeah, Nevada County received over 5 inches of rain in the last 48 hours. So even though the skies are clear, the field will be soggy and sloppy, not to mention slippery thanks to 80% humidity. So this will definitely become a mud bowl, with the winner advancing to the championship game on Saturday, the 25th.
Well, it's time for us to step aside for 30 seconds, and when we return, we'll go out to Placer High School for the Are You Outside pregame show, where Paul Brown and Pat Austin are covering the Placer semifinal game against Woodland. They will update the playoff picture and take a look at the playoff grid, since we have 3 PVL teams in the semifinals tonight. You're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
There's no need to wait for Black Friday. At B&C, the Thanksgiving sale is on right now. Start with a new tree and a ladder to decorate it. Or maybe you need new Christmas lights. B&C has those too, along with barbecues, appliances, and gifts for everyone on your list. Don't forget the new winter hours and the bargains of November, because the Thanksgiving sale is on right now at B&C.
Well, welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium, campus of Bear River High School. Marty Mortensen, SteveSitter, and Michael West all are here for this very cool evening for this Bear River Bruin football game tonight. So let's throw it over to Paul Brown and Pat Austin for the Are You Outside pregame show. Guys, what do you have for us?
Welcome back to Lefevre Stadium. Just about ready to light it up here. Placer-Hillman against the Woodland Wolves. And we also want to welcome you Bear River fans. Give me a shout out to SteveSitter and Marty Mortensen, who are at Bear River tonight. So let's take a look at the Division 4 football playoff bracket here. As you've seen in the last 2 weeks with TouchdownProductions.com, Placer-Hillman defeated Natomas 53-6 in the first round. And this being our second round game, you see how Woodland got here, defeating El Dorado 56-17, very similar routing of their first round opponents. We had Center, who defeated Dixon in a closer game, 34-14. Center moved on. Casa Roble, they defeated Union Mine 43-13, so they will be playing tonight. They're playing at Bella Vista High School. Winner of that game will go on to the finals, and we'll see if the Placer-Hillman can advance to that finals game. So with that said, let's take a look at Division 5. Pat Austin.
Division 5, we have two more local teams going at it in these brackets. Sonora and Colfax will be playing tonight. Sonora took out Highlands 70-48 last week, and Colfax won 43-20 against Orastimba. In the next game, Bear River takes on Ripon. Bear River won 26-7 against Capital Christian, and Ripon beat Calaveras 28-13.
So all the football action there is lined out for you tonight. As you see on the field now, the white jerseys of the Woodland Wolves, soon to become brown and dank jerseys once this Mud Bowl gets started. But with that said, let's throw it back over to Marty Mortensen and SteveSitter, who are at Bear River.
Thanks, Paul and Pat, for the playoff update, and we'll be getting the score of that game all evening as they cover the #1 Hillman in their own finals matchup. And as you saw, the Colfax Falcons are also in the semifinals tonight, so there's the possibility of another Colfax and Bear River championship game. But tonight here at Bear River, the Bruins will have their hands full trying to take care of business against the tough Ripon Indians team. We're moments away from the kickoff, so stay tuned. You're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River football right here on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
Planning a big Thanksgiving meal? Perfect meals begin with SPD. Let's talk turkey. SPD has Norbert Natural Turkey for $1.49 a pound. Or make your holiday real easy with a complete Thanksgiving dinner for $59.99. And don't forget to help out the Nevada County Food Bank. SPD is where you get the freshest produce for your meal. You'll find savings every time you shop, so get everything you need in every department. And don't forget the gravy and everything you need for dessert. SPD will be open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. So happy Thanksgiving from the Painter family and everyone at SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Well, the Bruins break out their huddle, and welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium. Marty Mortensen, SteveSitter, and Michael West. We're ready for the kickoff for the second round playoff semifinals. The winner of this game goes on to the championship next Saturday. So, Steve, I think we're going to be in for a really good game here tonight.
Yeah, these are two very similar teams in terms of play style. Bear River tends to favor the pass a little bit more. Ripon definitely grinds it out on the ground, and it'll be very interesting to see how the field conditions play into each of those strategies.
So back to receive is Calder Cundy, the kickoff for the Bruins. You have to watch him, Steve. I know you haven't seen this Bear River team yet this year, but he's got good speed and excellent mobility out there, a lot of good moves.
It's always a little bit comforting to have your star wide receiver taking the kickoffs.
The kickoff, the Bruins will be receiving the kickoff to start the football game.
And Ripon won the toss and elected to kick.
Normally, Bear River, when I think this is only their second kickoff to receive to start a game. They always wait till halftime. So here we go. It's going to be taken up short by Moronic. And he's going to be at 37-yard line, and Bear River will take over first and 10. So let's see what the Bruins have for their first series of plays tonight. Last week they went 3 and out, Steve, on their first series. So we'll have to see what happens here.
And note on that kickoff, it was a side-spinning kick, not what you're looking for if you're the place kicker. I have a feeling that was due to the slippery conditions.
All right, here's a handoff to Bays, cutting it up to the outside, going nowhere. Brought down in there by number 42 for the, that is Goloski.
Well, first run barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
So Bays comes out, and Scott comes in. So let's go in shotgun formation, passing play, and there's Calder on the move. He picks up about 5 yards.
Good patience. He waited for the play to happen in front of him. Found a very small hole that he had to duck through. That's a pretty good gain on 2nd and long.
And I'll set up 3rd down and about maybe close to 5. Well, the Ripon Indians are calling for defense from their fans, and let's see if in shotgun formation is Baggett again. In motion is Moronic. Now he's going to rush it. He's going to run it. Oh, going to get a 1st down. Baggett on the run.
47-yard line, maybe the 48, near 1st down yardage.
Yep, that'll move it.
That was Roland Davis on the tackle.
And it is a Bruins 1st down.
Yeah. Baggett's kind of a triple threat. He can pass, he can run, and he also does a lot of faking in there. So.
And he ran directly into an outside linebacker and broke even with him. That is impressive.
So 1st and 10 for the Bruins on their opening series. And there's a handoff to Zimmer around the right side, trying to turn the corner. He does, gets a couple of blocks, and he's going to be brought down by number 23 again. That was Winters and Davis. Gain of about 5.
5 yards on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
And that's that grinding offensive style I was talking about in the pregame. It's not about making the big plays, it's about making the consistent medium plays.
They can't guarantee something, they simply won't sell it. So whether you're coming in for tires, brakes, or alignment, you'll know the peace of mind comes standard with
break out of the huddle.
Doing the right thing matters.
Nobody in the backfield, now in motion, and that is Moronic trying to go over the left side. He picks up maybe picked up a yard, maybe. Camino on the tackle for the. So it's 3rd down. Now timeout's going to be called here. Let's see who's calling the timeout.
It's an official timeout.
An official timeout. We'll stay here on the field. This will probably be a short one. That's what Wes it will. So.
Yeah, it looked like an equipment timeout.
Yeah.
I believe that was Calder Kundi's jersey was riding up on him a little bit.
3rd down, Bear River.
Oh, here come the Bruins. Moronic out to the right. Scott down, handoff. Breaks through. That is Bays. That is Bays. Austin Bays just running over people. 1st down.
Yeah, that was big. Austin Bays, not the biggest player out on the field, and that worked to his advantage. He was able to slip through a hole undetected.
19-yard gain for Austin Bays, scoring 1st down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, that's Bays in a cloud of dust, as he's known. They call the KNCO, Tom Fitzsimmons calls him the truth, because nobody can handle the truth. Here's a rollout looking downfield, and it's going to be called. No, almost caught by the Bruins. And that was intended for. Oh, that was intended for. Man, I can't see the number here. Oh, that was Pratt, Garrett Pratt. He was open, but I think the ball was tipped. Did you see that?
It was certainly close. I personally thought that throw was a little bit wide.
So now that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
It's going to be tough to hang on to the ball when you're going through the air, that's for sure.
In motion, there's Moronic, left side, got a block, cuts it in, and up.
Moronic inside the 25-yard line, dropped by number 42, James Bostwick, and number 1, Dorian Daughtry.
Boswick on the tackle.
Well, it's another 3rd and medium.
3rd down, about 5 yards to go.
Bear River's been picking up medium yards on just about every play.
They haven't only stopped them on the very first play. High snap. He's got a man open, wide open, and it slips out of his hands. Had him wide open over there, intended for Kunde. It just slipped right out of his hand. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Marty. He had him wide open, perfectly designed. Yep. Quick out play to the sideline.
That's 1st down written all over that. There was nobody out there covering him.
Yeah, the kicking team not on the field.
No, they'll... Well, that ball's slippery. The field is kind of tore up with all that rain that we had, so... So let's see if they can do anything with a 4th down. Rolling out again. Looking downfield and overthrows him and incomplete. I don't know why they just didn't go for the 1st down.
Yeah, that's a gutsy play call for sure.
So, turnover on down.
I think worst case scenario, which is pretty much what happened there, is a turnover on downs with Ripon getting it fairly deep in their own territory. So I guess no real harm done.
Well, a 1st down would have been a lot better for him, but that didn't work out too well. So the quarterback in shotgun formation is Daggett. Oh, bad snap. And he's going to end up, and he recovered it.
It's going to be a big loss on the play.
Wow.
Ryan Daggett recovers back.
Welcome to the polar vortex, Ripon. That's going to happen all night.
Yeah.
That's a loss of about 8.
A 10-yard loss, 2nd down.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 20. And trying to go over the left side, but being knocked down by the whole bevy of Bruins.
Short carry off the left side for number 4, Roland Davis.
Roland Davis, the running back. But on that humanity, the humanity there, between both squads, trying to block and trying to tackle, that was, I couldn't see anything, even with the binoculars there. So,
well, the muddy jersey doesn't help.
No, 3rd down now. 2 backs in the backfield for Daggett. Oh, they broke through and stopped him on that quick handoff. Wow. Looks like the line didn't even block there.
Well, Bear River wasn't fooled by the play action. They swarmed all of the holes up the middle. And there was absolutely nothing.
So with the punt deep in his own part of the field, Bear River could get good field position.
Yeah, they're lining up on the 50 to get this kick.
Almost blocked. I think that might have been blocked.
That was tipped, certainly.
Let it go. Get it out of the way. There we go. It's on the 35-yard line. Wow, it looked like it was just tipped.
It was either tipped or it was taken way off the ankle. It was very tough to tell from the angle where we're sitting, but...
Yeah. That thing just jumped straight up in the air there. So
yeah, either way, that was not at all what Ripon wanted to do.
10 from just inside the 34-yard line.
So the Bruins have a ball in great field position. See what they can do on their 2nd possession. Quick handoff up the middle and not going anywhere.
Austin Days
got maybe a yard on that.
Yeah. 2nd down.
I think the play calling is going to have to be to the outside here because Ripon has got some big guys up front, and they're going to be hard to run up the middle, I think.
I mean, it's tough because they've got the big guys up the middle, but they've got some speedy secondary players too.
So shotgun formation. Let's see, rolling out. Now there's going to be a penalty called.
Yeah, that's going to be a false start.
Dead ball.
False start, that'll move them back 5 yards. 5:19 left to go in this 1st quarter. Bear River's 2nd possession.
We'll come back to the 37-yard line, 2nd down. CIF Sac Joaquin section playoffs, also presented by Crystal Creamery.
So far, Bear River definitely winning the possession battle. Their time of possession was phenomenal so far. I believe they've had it for about all for about 2 minutes that Ripon had it.
Yeah, right. Pass situation here on the rollout, looking, and another pass intended for Cundy. Baggett is just struggling. Has he completed a pass yet? He's 0 for, isn't he?
0 for 4.
Yeah.
And that one was just a tough pass.
He's rolling left.
Rolling left, yeah. He has to throw across his body. And it looked like he had a good grip on it. That's really tough for a high school quarterback to throw across your body to a moving target.
So big 3rd down play here.
Empty backfield.
They got a big rush, and they caught it. He's going to be short of the 1st down. That's to Trey Moronic. Well, he threw that into double coverage.
Yeah, that was a dangerous pass, but it worked out. That's about an 11-yard gain. Still short, but they're pretty much exactly where they were when they went for 4th down before.
Yep. Now timeout's called as Bear River calls a timeout. So with timeout on the field, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
There's no need to wait for Black Friday. At B&C, the Thanksgiving sale is on right now. Start with a new tree and a ladder to decorate it. Or maybe you need new Christmas lights. B&C has those too, along with barbecues, appliances, and gifts for everyone on your list. Don't forget the new winter hours and the bargains of November, because the Thanksgiving sale is on right now at B&C.
Welcome back to Bear River football here at 4th down and about 4.5 yards to go. So once again, Bear River going on 4th down.
Well, this will be a 44-yard field goal attempt in pretty bad conditions.
Yeah. No, they're going to actually go for it because Alex Bond is not on the field. So 2 backs in the backfield for the Bruins, rolling out to his right, looking for blocking. He throws and it's going to be almost intercepted. Wow, he had his man wide open over there.
Once again, it'll be a turnover on downs.
So once again, with 4:19 left to go here in this 1st quarter, Bear River turns it over on 4th down and just can't seem to get the passing game working here tonight early.
Ripon actually gets bailed out by the failed interception as he went down about 7 yards deeper than they have the ball now.
Exactly. Baggett might have been able to run that, but
Tonight's game is being broadcast by Touchdown Productions. Joe Dominguez and the Touchdown crew providing coverage for you on their YouTube channel after the game, Touchdown Productions YouTube channel.
There's a handoff, nowhere to go, and he's still on his feet.
32, Riley Machado.
Boy, that
50 for the Bruins. Hayden Becker first.
Yeah, really only picked up about 2 yards.
Yeah.
So far, 2 yards is the longest play Ripon has.
2nd down and long.
They're out of the huddle in a hurry here. Second down and about 8. There's a handoff left side. He's got some running room, but picks up a couple. Davis on the carrier.
Yeah, Davis with a quick cutting move to get back up the middle for the medium gain. And that's not the longest play that Ripon has.
That'll bring up 3rd down and long. Rolling out, looking, and he's going to get brought down for a lie. Fumbles the ball, and the Bruins have it. And it's not. I think they're going to call that a fumble. Yes, they do. Bear River has it.
That's a good call from the officials. He was hit from behind. That ball slipped out well in advance of him going down.
18, I believe, Garrett Pratt.
Garrett Pratt. So Bear River has a chance again. They're getting these chances, but they just can't put the clothes on it here, Steve.
Well, it's nice that their defense is getting off the field quickly at the very least.
But the only problem, a lot of the guys going both ways. So it's not like the college or the pros, boy. These, with the small squad that Bear River has, a lot of the guys going both ways, so it's kind of tough.
Well, true. I bet if you ask any of them, they'll say offense is way more fun.
Oh, yeah, exactly. They get to hit somebody that way.
Doesn't feel like work out there.
All right, as a handoff, Zimmer, right side. No place to go.
Short gain, maybe a yard.
He's lucky he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
Hang tackled by the Indians.
Yeah, the Ripon defensive line is huge. Absolutely huge. They have a 300-pound lineman out there in high school.
Wow.
The section would like to thank Wilson for their sponsorship of these fine athletes tonight.
All right, Cundy into the ball game. Flanker out to the left. Scott out to the right. Can't even see Baggett's number anymore on the back of his jersey. And that's going to be a reverse around the left side. Oh, pulled down. How about a horse collar? Where's the flag? Their fans are calling for a horse collar. But
a loss of about 3 yards on the play, bring up 3rd down.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That would be a great pickup anyway. It would save Bear River from a 3rd and 12. That would give them an automatic 1st down.
Yep. Well, referees didn't see it that way, so.
There were two that had a great angle on it. It's possible that he just got the jersey over the pads and not the pad itself, but that's a tough call.
Looking deep, and he's got, oh no, nobody over there. There, he's down the sideline. He could go. He's got some good speed, and they run him out of bounds at the 55.
Well, there's a flag down. 45. There's a flag down right about where Baggett threw the ball. So there's a distinct possibility.
Could be roughing the passer?
It could be roughing the passer. If it's a hold, it's certainly going to be declined, and the Ripon offense is running out on the field. I would assume that's the call.
Let's see what the call is. Hold, yeah, good call, Steve.
Thumbs decline. Result of the play. 1st down, Ripon.
Ripon with the first signs of life.
Yeah,
huge interception.
Right on the 50-yard line.
Exactly midfield.
So we've got 1:11 left to go in this first quarter. So let's see if the defense can rise to the occasion again. This could be the first time they'll be in Bear River territory tonight. Handoff left side. I can't tell the number. It got some good speed, but brought down in there by Moronic.
That's Roland Davis.
That's number 4. That's Davis.
That'll be an Indians 1st down.
Big gain, about 15, 16 yards there.
Luke Baggett on the tackle. 17-yard gain.
Oh, a hole finally opened up for Davis to run.
Yeah. Hand off the same play again, left side, and they bring him down. That was Allberg on the tackle for about 6 yards. So whatever they discussed at the last time they lost possession, it seems to be working a lot better on this possession. Another big pickup. That is number 23. Winters, the ball carrier.
Winters has the bulk of the carries for this Ripon team. They may not be as low to the ground or as quick as Roland Davis, but he is dependable.
So they've got some momentum here as the Indians come up to the line of scrimmage. Quick handoff up the middle, and he's still on his feet. And he's going to pick up some good yardage. Machado, the ball carrier.
Down to about the 17-yard line.
That should be the end of the first quarter. And with timeout on the field, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
With nearly 30 years of proudly serving our community, Auburn Toyota is expanding to offer more new Toyota inventory than ever before. Chances are we have the exact Toyota model you want, ready for you to drive home today. With many years of combined sales experience and hundreds of new Toyota cars, trucks, 4x4s, and SUVs, now is the perfect time to buy at Auburn Toyota. Come see why for generations Foothill Toyota buyers buy from Auburn Toyota, which is why we like to say Auburn Toyota is the place where the customers come back.
Well, welcome back to the start of the second quarter. Marty Mortensen, SteveSitter here bringing you all this exciting action. As Bear River stumbled on their first 3 possessions, they got deep into the Indians territory, but now for their 3rd possession, the Indians have now come out strong and driven the ball down the field after that interception. Handoff, that number 4 again. That's Davis.
Davis down to the 15-yard line. That's going to be short of first down yardage. It's going to be 3rd down. And a long
well, after the first quarter, Ripon managed 36 rushing yards, including that 10-yard loss on their first ever play, and Bear River was just 40. The Bear River was 1 for 7 passing for just 11 yards plus an interception.
So hit and driving on, still moving, and there's still no whistle. Let's see what they call there.
Got enough for a first down.
First down, Indians.
Yeah, he fought very hard for those 4 yards. That was a great individual effort.
Well, he did that all on his own.
Well, here comes the grind from Ripon now.
See if Bear River can stop this drive. Oh, a timeout call. They jump off, did they?
Well, Ripon, they come to the line and then they all go down in unison.
5-yard penalty. Somebody jumped offside. I didn't see who it was.
The 6-yard line. Still first down and 5.
First and 5 on the 6.
Handoff left side. Still driving. And now brought down. Machado, the ball carrier.
A yard gain tackle by the Bruins.
Well, that's what Riley Machado is in there to do. He is very large. He plays way more than the 185 that he's listed.
Yeah.
And all he does is punch it in the end zone from a few yards out.
Now, timeout called. So Bear River calls a timeout. Second timeout. And with timeout on the field, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
Hey, hon, remember the guys are coming over later to watch the game.
Make a play for winning trays from Portisubs. We have the perfect tray for every game and every fan. So use your app or order online today.
Make Portisubs your destination.
Well, we're back, and the Indians on the march here. Handoff right side, and he runs into the Bruins.
Give it back to Machado.
Yeah, Machado, the ball carrier, and got a couple. They can still get a first down. That should bring up 3rd down.
3rd down.
Well, Machado keeps putting up 1-yard gains, and that's the beauty of having a 1st and 5 situation, is that'll still work.
Yep. In motion, and a handoff on a sweep coming around the right end, and nice play in there. That was Calder Cundy. It looked like, was it Cundy or Moronic?
Tackle for a loss. That is going to bring up 4th down.
That is a huge play.
Trey Moronic on the big tackle of 23, Michael Winters.
Not only is that a 2-yard loss on a 3rd and short play, but that was just a great individual effort. He made that tackle through a block.
I saw that, yeah. That was quite a... I couldn't see who it was, though.
I think that was Moronic.
Was it Moronic?
What great play for a wide receiver, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. He's an all-around fine ball player. No place to go. Broken play in the end zone, and he dropped the ball, I think. And Bear River covered that, and they go 4th and out there.
Oh, he had it in his hands. James Galswick had it in his hands and had it ripped out before he could retain possession. Great defensive stop for Bear River.
So it looked like a broken play at the start as he tried to hand it off and nobody was there, and then he rolled off to the left. Maybe that was the way it was designed. I couldn't tell. So
that looked like it was executed about as perfectly as you could.
Okay.
But just having the ball ripped out of your hands in the end zone.
So Bear River now, and there's Bays on the move, and he's down for a 1st down out to the 26-yard line. Running with authority out there tonight. He's a senior, and this could be his last game if they don't step up and win this.
That was a good run. Again, good patience, waiting for the hole to open up, and then when it does, no need to rush it. Just slip through, follow your block.
So big run in there by Austin Bays. Gets them way out of their deep in their own end zone area. There's a handoff up the left side, over the left side, and that Zimmer, the ball carrier, gets about to the 40-yard line, and that'll be a pickup of maybe 4 yards.
4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6.
Well, finally, the big plays are opening up for Bear River. They've been putting it through the air to limited success, and now holes are opening up in Ripon's line, just like in Bear River's line the previous possession.
There's a handoff, a cutback, and that didn't go anywhere. Zimmer, the ball carrier.
Well, he tried to cut back up the middle, but his leg came out from under him. He managed to recover and try and get behind a blocker while he found another hole, but there just wasn't enough time.
So Bays comes back into the lineup.
33, Dylan Sexton, the linebacker on the tackle for Ripon.
And see if they have a pass play coming up here. 3rd down and 6. Cundy and Moronic out here to the right. Rolling out, looking. He's got it, and that could be enough for a 1st down. It is. That is Moronic.
That's another 11-yard gain through the air. Just the 2nd completed pass out of 8 attempts, but it was very well timed. Keeps the drive alive and keeps Ripon's defense out on the field.
That play's been open all year with Moronic. All I got to do is get the ball to him.
it's a tough night to get that done.
No kidding. Pitch back. And that's Zimmer's got no place to go with that.
The line of scrimmage, no gain.
Tough defensive line out there for these Ripon Indians.
Not only is it a tough line, it's a fast secondary. So even if you manage to get through the initial rush, you've still got linebackers and safeties to deal with, many of whom are running backs and wide receivers themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll bring up 2nd down and about 11. 2 backs in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, looking downfield, and he's got Moronic. He catches it. Oh, he dropped it. Oh man, as he went down to the ground, that ball had to be thrown just a little bit farther.
Yeah, exactly.
It kind of hung up in the air.
He had to pull back.
Yep.
And try and make the catch over a defender, which just makes it so much harder.
Yeah.
Bring up 3rd down and 10 for Bear River.
The ball boys really getting a workout because they're switching balls. As soon as it hits the ground, they're bringing in a new ball because of the ground so wet.
You absolutely have to. You can see the players' jerseys, how dirty they are. We've only played a quarter and a half.
Yeah, 6:45 left to go in this first half. Still no score. Both teams on a defensive struggle. And that is intended for, see who was that?
Baggett's pass is complete.
To Scott. And that'll bring up 4th down. We'll have to punt, it looks like.
Yeah, in your own territory, you don't want to have a turnover on down.
About 4 yards, bring up 4th down.
Back to punt is Alex Bond. Back to receive. Got 2 receivers back there. Number 23, and boy, this is getting hard to tell the numbers here. Pretty good kick. And
Backspin.
Yeah, and it's going to go dead. And there's a flag right there. You got that right.
About a 24-yard
and that was Daniels that got knocked down on that play, and that's going to cost him 15 yards after the punt.
Now here's the question: if that penalty happens before the punt, Bear River might still have possession.
I just saw it right at the end there, so it's going to step off 15 yards against them from the spot of where the ball was down.
That's still a needless penalty.
Oh yeah, there was no need. But he was 20 yards away from where the ball was. So 6:01 left to go here in this first half, and they'll step it off here as soon as the
foul. Hit on a defenseless player, receiving team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So they'll step off 15, take them all the way back to the 15-yard line.
We'll back the football up inside the 20-yard line.
They'll be at the 17, looks like.
I mean, they had all right field position before the penalty. Now inside their own 20.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of work to do in 6 minutes.
So Daggett over center here, one back in the backfield. Man in motion, hands it to him. Tries to cut it up the middle, but nobody's there. Stopped in there by Sam Davis for the Bruins.
That was a good tackle from behind, too.
Yeah.
It's tough to tackle a running back from behind. That was well done.
So that picked up maybe a yard and a half, 2nd and 8 probably.
And about 9.
Shotgun formation for the Indians here. Oh, and he jumped off. Oh, he got into neutrals on him. I don't know if they're going to call it or not, but got back. Yeah, nice tackle in there.
23, Michael Winters.
Winters, the ball carrier. Zimmer.
To the 26-yard line.
Zimmer comes down.
Josh Zimmer dragged him down there.
It'll bring up 3rd down and short.
The 3rd down
and that's that quick motion.
Yeah,
that everyone on the Ripon line has.
Yeah.
See, they're all up right now. They're still up. Waiting for everyone to get in position. Wait for the hard count, and down.
Handoff, and they think they stopped them. Yes, they did. Short of the 1st down. That was Davis, the ball carrier.
Carpenter on the tackle.
No, they got it.
Well, they did get it? Oh, I thought he was short.
The Indians.
That's the head referee making the call, so you know he has to be certain.
Yeah, right. Wow. If they could almost had him in the backfield on that handoff. So 4:25 and counting here in the first half. Defensive struggle. There's a sweep to the right, number 23 again. He's going to get brought down.
Gains about 2. 18, Garrett Pratt there for the Bruins.
Winters, the ball carrier. Pratt on the tackle.
76, Caden Olberg.
Pick up about 2, a little over 2.5 maybe.
Yeah, Winters just not getting a whole lot of running room.
No. Looking to pass out in the flat. And all right, good defensive play in there by. It couldn't be a. That was a lateral. And Monk, you've got to get on that ball. Austin Bays with a smart heads-up play.
And how Did no one know from the Ripon sideline? How did the quarterback not realize that that pass was behind his intended receiver? Behind the
line of scrimmage.
Behind from where he was throwing it.
So Bear River catches break with 3:34 left.
That'd be the second fumble of the first half for Ripon.
Referees are discussing it here. Well, Bear River thought it was a lateral fumble.
And no referee. There are four that can make that call.
First down Bruins.
The fact that no referee immediately whistled it dead makes me think that either none of them had a clear view, which is unlikely, or at least one of them knew decisively that that pass was backwards.
So big break down on the 12-yard line for the Bruins.
But can they score?
Well,
they've been here twice before.
Already, yeah, exactly. Three backs in the backfield. Handed off to Bays, up the middle, still on his feet. Touchdown, Bruins! Austin Bays comes through with a big score from 12 yards out. He scores. Bear River on the scoreboard with 3:28 left to go with the first 6 points of the game on that. He picks up the fumble on the lateral, and now he takes it in on the first play. Great hole opened up by the line, Steve.
Yeah, nothing fancy about that run whatsoever. Maybe one cut to the left and then a cut back to the right once he gets to that second level. But really, that's just a run straight ahead. Great work by the line to open it up for him.
So now Bond will be in to kick the extra point. Doing the holding is that is Jenkins. Kicked, and that's good into the trees. All right, 7-0 the Bruins with 3:28 left to go in this first half. And with timeout on the field, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
All right, we're back here at J. David Ramsey Stadium. The Bruins on top 7-0. And Steve, why don't you tell us about that Austin Bays touchdown?
Well, it's a formation that Bear River really likes, especially when they are trying to run it up the middle, as they stack the middle. And with so many running backs, it's difficult to really key on any one player. But once Bays gets the ball, all he needs is a little hole to get into that second level. Line opens it up for him, one quick cut, one broken tackle, and it's a clear shot right to the end zone.
So here come the Bruins will kick off. Back to receive is, I can't tell the uniforms anymore. I'm in deep trouble.
Pretty sure that's Roland Davis on the far
Davis
side.
and 23 Winners. And it's going to be kick. They're going to be taking about the 10. And, missed that tackle, but Bear River covers it up at the 30.
Return man up to about the 28-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Indians.
Yeah, 18-yard return, not bad for Davis. Had pretty good blocking in front of him, too.
Now, one of the things about Alex Bond, at the start of the season when it was summertime and the field was great, he was putting the ball in the end zone. They were getting the ball out of the 20 every time, the opponent. So here we go. The Bruins up 7-0, 3:23 left to go in the half, and now the Ripon Indians are on their own 25-yard line. So back to passing it again, looking downfield, and is it intercepted? Let's see if they call it. No. And that was Cundy. Cundy leads the team in interceptions this year.
I think that was the right call, though. One of the side referees was the one who made it, and he had a perfect view. I think that slipped just through his arms, and the tip of the ball managed to hit the turf.
So it'll bring up second down and 10 as they're into passing mode here with 3:16 left to go. There's a handoff right up the middle. But coming up and making the stop, Austin Bays that was for a short gain of maybe 3 yards. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
About 2 yards, it'll bring up.
And that hit could have been a lot more devastating had the legs of Roland Davis not come out from under him. As it was, he managed to slip most of that tackle.
So the play comes in, Daggett. Oh, so now it's shotgun formation, in motion. That's Winters, they double reverse. And well, they get him. Nice tackle in there. And that was Pratt on that tackle. Stopped that play for no gain. That'll bring up 4th down. Davis, the ball carrier.
Ripon has to punt again. First punt in the first quarter was either blocked or taken high off the ankle.
So back to receive is Cundy. Almost got it, but it's a short kick, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the Bear River 38-yard line. So that'll be first and 10 with 1:48. But they haven't stopped the clock. 1:46 now.
That's still plenty of time, although Bear River does only have 1 timeout left.
Right. Well, if they can get down to where they get in field goal position, you saw the leg of Alex Bond. He put that ball in the trees. So we'll have to see what happens here.
Also, watch the field conditions. As the game goes on, the field will deteriorate, making it harder to kick.
So shotgun formation is Baggett. Looking, rolling out, looking. He's got his man. And now he's got to get a block, but he runs out of bounds. And knocked out of bounds in there by 23. That is Winters.
Able to get up to about the 45-yard line. Number 33, Dylan Sexton on the tackle.
Was that Sexton? 33. I thought it was 20. The jerseys, white jersey with mud. I mean, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I don't think anyone told Ripon that it had been raining here a little bit the past few days.
That didn't rain much down south, but so here come the Bruins. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers out to the left. Handoff, looking to hand it off, but under pressure. Nobody over here. Now here comes. Oh, that was intended for Cundy.
Well, that was a really good job of Cundy to react. Instead of trying to make the catch, just try and prevent an interception.
Yeah, that was nice defense in the secondary there by Doherty, as he had that interception, and there was nothing but green grass down that sideline had he picked that off.
Well, both safeties for Ripon are wide receivers. So they have excellent hands. That's the second potential interception that's just been out of their reach.
So now, obvious passing situation here. Looking downfield, trying to get somebody, and he tries to. There's a flag. What was that? What was the call? Did you see? Their fans saw it.
There's only Ripon players in the area where the flag was thrown.
Flag down.
Let's see what they call.
The only thing I can think
might be
taunting.
Ineligible receiver.
Oh, against Bear River.
Number 71.
Yeah. That was Hurtado downfield, across the line of scrimmage.
I'm a little surprised that they're not going to decline the penalty. That would bring up 4th and 5. And now they're going to ask.
Let's see what I would definitely make them kick it with 1:24 left.
Absolutely.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense. Penalties declined.
There it is.
Yeah. I thought that was the call, because you don't want to give them another chance.
No, 3rd and 10 is very doable. 4th and 5, that's a bit riskier, especially midfield going into halftime.
And Machado back deep.
Bond to kick. No rush. Good kick. It's over his head. He's going to let it go. It's going to go all the way on down to the 9-yard line. Down in there. Alex Bond. Jenkins on the down. once again, Bear River kicker doing his job.
And Vaughn with very interesting mechanics. It's kind of a hybrid between a traditional punting motion and a rugby-style kick. It manages to generate a surprising amount of topspin, allowing it to roll further downfield.
Well, he's a sophomore, and he's a soccer player. So I mean, he's got the leg. So he's going to be a big asset for the Bruins in the coming years. This is his first year playing football. There's a handoff, and coming up and making that stop, that was Jarrett Bays, Austin's little brother, make that stop. Almost jumped out into the neutral zone.
It's tough. There's a lot of motion going on, both on the Ripon line and with the man in motion pretty much every play. It's tough to time. Under a minute now until halftime.
So we got less than a minute now. Handoff, a sweep. Got a good block, but the Bruins are right there.
23, Michael
Winters, the ball carrier.
All the way back to the line of scrimmage.
That'll bring up, if I was Bear River, I might want to call a timeout here. Their last one with 26 seconds. Hold them here and let them kick it, but no.
Well, it's third down. They only have the one timeout. Even if they do call it, they still run it on third down and let the clock run out into halftime. I'm a little surprised that Ripon isn't just taking a knee.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like they're in any hurry. In motion, and there's a handoff right side. The horn honks, and they get him for maybe an 8-yard gain, and that ends the half. So here at the end of the first half, Bruins up 7-0, and we'd like to remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of the Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
Planning a big Thanksgiving meal? Perfect meals begin with SPD. Let's talk turkey. SPD has Norbert Natural Turkey for $1.49 a pound. Or make your holiday real easy with a complete Thanksgiving dinner for $59.99. And don't forget to help out the Nevada County Food Bank. SPD is where you get the freshest produce for your meal. You'll find savings every time you shop, so get everything you need in every department. And don't forget the gravy and everything you need for dessert. SPD will be open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. So happy Thanksgiving from the Painter family and everyone at SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Squad. Nice job, ladies. We got a score update from you.
There's no need to wait for Black Friday. At B&C, the Thanksgiving sale is on right now. Start with a new tree and a ladder to decorate it. Or maybe you need new Christmas lights. B&C has those too, along with barbecues, appliances, and gifts for everyone on your list. Don't forget the new winter hours and the bargains of November, because the Thanksgiving sale is on right now at B&C.
Marty Mortensen along with SteveSitter. Steve, we've got some statistics that the teams come back on the field. What do you got for us? It's kind of a defensive struggle tonight.
Well, you and I talked about it before we went on the air about how this was going to be primarily a defensive game. In fact, 2 of my 3 keys to the game tonight were defense related. But I don't think either one of us knew that it was going to be 7-0 at halftime. That is way more of a defensive game than I was expecting. But credit where it's due, both teams' defenses have been playing fantastic, and that does show up in the stat line. Ripon, 0 for 2 in passing, and they're not a passing team, so that's not too unusual. Only 65 yards of
Total
rushing.
offense? Wow.
Yeah, 65 total yards on the ground. Bear River wasn't that much better with 79 total rushing yards and 3 for 11 through the air for 27 yards. Combined, these teams only had 171 yards of total offense. Combined. That is extremely low. And sure, part of that is the field. Part of that is the cold, moist air making it a little bit harder to grab onto the ball. Certainly, we've seen both teams drop passes, or in Ripon's case, interceptions that ordinarily they'd have under regular circumstances that they just haven't come up with. But that's not all of it. Both of these teams are here in the postseason. They were both able to pull off upsets in the previous round because they are well-rounded teams, and that really shows on the defense. Neither of these teams have stars. They are full teams up and down the roster, and we are seeing an absolute struggle tonight here in the Polar Vortex.
Hey, welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium. Marty Mortensen along with SteveSitter, and we're ready for the second half kickoff as Alex Bond and the 40-yard line will be kicking off, and back to receive is number 4 Davis and number 23 Winters. There's a kick that's going to be taken at the 10-yard line and up the middle, and they get him about the 29-yard. There's a flag down here.
Just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's see what happened.
Yeah, I think that's going to be on the hit. It might be helmet to helmet. That was a big hit.
Was it? I didn't see where it was. Bear River's acting like it's going to be against, and it is going to be against the Ripon Indians.
Ooh, block to the back.
Penalty is going to be against Ripon.
Well, they are inside the 30, so this will be slightly shortened. In fact, they're right about at the 30.
Yeah.
Block in the back, receiving team, number 58. 10-yard penalty, first down.
I saw Jake Leonard was complaining to the referee, so I guess that that's where it was. I didn't see it because I was watching the run back. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Indians.
And they have a long way to go.
One back in the backfield with Daggett. He's going to run the ball, and he's going to be knocked down.
Going to pick up about 6 yards.
In terms of yards per carry, Daggett is their most efficient runner. He's averaging almost 6 yards per carry.
Tackle along with Bays.
And he gets 6 there.
Also number
Bays on the
17 in there
tackle.
as well,
But the first defender for the Bruins, I didn't see who it was, didn't wrap him up. He hit him at the line of scrimmage, but didn't wrap him up. So here we go. It's the 2nd down and about a little over 5. And there he goes again, and now he's going to be stopped in there. Nice defensive play by the initial
Ryan Daggett, the quarterback.
That was that looks like Trey Nix was the first one to hit it.
They'll mark him back to the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5.
66 Trey Nix, first one there for Bear River.
Yeah, Ryan Daggett has about 90 rushing yards per game. Not bad for a quarterback.
Yeah. So two receivers out to the right, one to the left, in shotgun formation, looking to pass, quick pass over the middle, and he's got his receiver, and it's going to be a first down. That was Davis.
Tackle, first down, Indians.
There was nobody nearby him for the Bruins on the defense.
That was a well drawn up play. First completed pass of the night for Ripon, and it's good for a third down conversion.
Quick handoff, left side. Got a couple of, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. That's Winters. Pratt in on the tackle, along with Nix, and looks like that is Davis, who's limping. He looks like he's hurt.
That's not good.
Second down and 8.
Roland Davis is a great all-purpose player.
Yeah, he's hurting a little bit here. Looking to pass, and
incomplete. Looking for Davis.
That was Davis.
Play number 5, Josh Zimmer for Bear River.
Zimmer on the defense there. He tried to cut and he couldn't.
No,
he's coming off the field now.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to stop on a dime midfield. Not in these conditions.
That'll bring up third down and long. Rolling out, big rush over the middle, and it's going to be caught for a first down right in the. And that is that's Baggett and Zimmer on the tackle. Boy, big play right there, Steve.
Well designed too, that route. It was it just found a soft spot in the Bear River secondary. Yeah, there were 3 Bruins around the play, but none of them were able to influence it enough to cause an incompletion.
They also had a good pass rush, but he was able to get that ball off very quickly. 9:33 left to go in this third quarter. Indians on the move. First and 10. In motion, handoff, 23 Winters, left side, and they're going to get him for a loss, and they knock him down.
Yeah, there's a reason neither team has been trying to stretch their run game to the sideline.
That was
because their secondaries are ridiculously fast.
That was Carpenter, Nix, and Leonard in on that tackle, throwing for a loss. That'll bring up second down and
Leonard and Carpenter
12
on the stop for Bear River. It's going to bring up second down and long, about 12.
8:40 and counting here as clock continues to run. Shotgun formation, looking to pass, going long. Come on, that looked like the offensive player kind of drugged the defender, the Moronic.
There's definitely some contact on the hands.
Daggett looking for number 42,
James Galswick.
Trey Moronic, 24.
Doing everything he could there to prevent an interception.
Yeah, right. He's a senior, 200 pounds. He got down that field very quickly.
Yeah, ran a good route, just the ball wasn't where it needed to be.
So let's see if the Bruins will put a rush on. Rolling out, looking, and it's going to be intercepted by Baggett down the sideline. He's at the 40, running it out of bounds at the 35. Baggett is just a thief out there in this season. So with 8:16 left to go here in this third quarter, Bear River comes up big with an interception by Baggett.
I can't think of a better way to make up for throwing an interception than picking one yourself.
35-yard line, first and 10, Bear River.
That was right to it.
Oh, yeah.
It was like it was the intended receiver.
So a big turnover there for the Bruins. So let's see if they can capitalize here. They did on that lateral fumble. So now let's see. Baggett over center, 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff to Bays, right up the middle. Going for about 3 yards, grinding it out.
About 5 down to the 30-yard line.
That's been the best offensive decision for Bear River.
Number 72
Giving it to Bays up the middle, let the line try and open up a hole for him. That's a tough order to give your offensive line when you're looking at Ripon's defensive line. And they look like a college team out there.
Yeah. All right, second down and about 6 for the Bruins. Shotgun formation, 3 backs in the backfield. Hand off to Bays again. Left side, still on his feet, but then he's brought down.
Bays, maybe a half yard.
A little extracurricular activity going on in there.
Once again on the tackle.
Yeah, there's going to be an injury timeout here as there's a Bruin rolling around on the field.
That's 57 for the Bruins. That is Carrillo, the lineman.
Well, the line, to their credit, they've been putting in the work.
It's like it might be a cramp.
Injury timeout for the Bruins.
And like I was saying, the Ripon defensive line, just a big group of guys out there. And it's tough to open up holes when you're trying to push 300 pounds, 275 pounds in a direction it doesn't want to go.
57.
Of course, it's a cold night too. We've been talking about that all night. It's definitely cramp weather.
So Carrillo off to the sideline to work that cramp out, and it'll bring up third down for the Bruins at about 5 for the Bruins. Moronic on the handoff, trying to sweep the left side. He's going to get stopped for a short game. That'll bring up 4th down. Let's see if they kick it or they try to get the first down.
Nah, you're pretty much in the same exact spot where your first 2 failed 4th downs were. You go for it those 2 in a tie game. You go for it the 3rd time with a small lead.
All right, 4th down and about 4 yards to go. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers out to the right. Rolling out, looking, and he's wide open in the corner, and he goes out of bounds. Calder Cundy on that reception. So that was a big completion, Steve.
And it's the same play that they tried to run in the first quarter with the pass just slipping out of his hand. This time he manages to put it on target. And it's tough. It's one of the toughest coverages if you are in the secondary, is to that quick out play to the sideline, especially with 3 wide receivers in that general area. It's tough to figure out where they're all going.
All right, we've got Bruins got a first down. They're going to delay a game, and it's going to be a timeout called by the Bruins. So with timeout on the field, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River football on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
With nearly 30 years of proudly serving our community, Auburn Toyota is expanding to offer more new Toyota inventory than ever before. Chances are we have the exact Toyota model you want, ready for you to drive home today. With many years of combined sales experience and hundreds of new Toyota cars, trucks, 4x4s, and SUVs, now is the perfect time to buy at Auburn Toyota. Come see why for generations Foothill Toyota buyers buy from Auburn Toyota, which is why we like to say Auburn Toyota is the place where the customers come back.
Well, we're back after the timeout as the Bruins have got 1st and 10 on the Ripon 25-yard line. Seems like it's getting a little bit colder there, Steve. What do you think?
I must be getting used to it then. I thought the opposite.
Shotgun formation, shift. And there is Moronic again. He cuts it up the middle, and he squirts forward, and I literally say squirt because he squirted right on that field. And he picks up a couple.
It's tough to say whether he got tripped up or if he just slipped. It's tough to tell.
2nd down and 8.
So 2 backs in the backfield, handoff, Bays. Still driving, still driving.
Austin Bays to the 20.
20-yard line.
3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6 for the
42 teams.
Galswick in on that tackle. We've called his name a lot tonight. 5:40 left to go in this 3rd quarter as the clock continues to run. Bear River needs a score on this possession, Steve.
Well, they've run the ball 5 times for gains of 5, 0, 2, 2, and 2.
Wow. Well, good defense by the Ripon Indians. They got a good squad. Rolling out, looking. Now he's got time to run down the sideline, and he's going to be run out of bounds. I don't know if he got the first down or not.
He's close. He's very close. And it looks like he's going to be short by a yard.
I don't know. Well, I don't.
The officials are going to take a look. Official timeout.
All right, with timeout on the field, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
Hey, hon, remember the guys are coming over later to watch the game.
Make a play for winning trays from Porticeps. We have the perfect tray for every game and every fan. So use your app or order online today.
Make Porticeps your destination.
We're back here after the timeout as the measurement just took place, and it just comes up a couple of links short of a first down with 5:08 left to go in this 3rd quarter. I think what we ought to do here for the Bruins, if I was the coach, I would just give it to Bays and let him drive it on his own.
Well, let's not discount the possibility of a field goal.
Well, no, I know that Alex Bond can make it.
That would make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah. But
it doesn't look like they're going to do that.
Yeah. No, they're gonna go for it.
They only have 1 run for a loss on the night, but they do have 4 runs that only made it back to the line of scrimmage.
And there's a handoff. And they fumbled the ball, and let's see who got it. Oh, let's see. And it's a turnover. I didn't see who the ball carrier was.
Michael Winters.
Well, Bays is the guy.
I don't even know if Bays was in there, was he? That's a critical fumble, but that was when you're going for short yardage like that, you got to be holding on to the ball with 2 hands. Plus the fact, I don't know why Baggett didn't take a quarterback sneak on that. So here come the Indians. Handoff. That is Davis, the left side.
Roland Davis, left side, short run, gain of a few.
Well, credit to Davis. That was a no-yard gain until he decided to keep pushing for that extra 2 yards. Actually,
they got 3
yards.
Yeah. So once again, defense has struggled at both ends here for these teams.
And if there's a silver lining, it's that Ripon keeps getting possession deep in their own territory.
Yeah, there's a short gain in there. I can't see who the number. I'm just terrible, even with binoculars on the numbers. I don't have any idea who that ball carrier was. Bays in on the tackle. Yeah, had the Bruins picked up that first down, then they were definitely in field goal and run some more time off the clock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So here comes a 3rd down. Good snap, looking downfield, and it's overthrown, incomplete. That was intended for number 23, Winters.
And the Ripon coach is furious, yelling at the side referee for a push. The side referee wants nothing to do with that.
No. I didn't see it, but that was 4th down, the Bruins will get the ball back in pretty good field position as Cundy's back to receive the punt. Doing the punting. High snap, good block, almost blocked in there by Moronic. And Calder's got it, he can break through, he's on his way. And he brought down on the 33-yard line. He has broken a couple of them this year. Once he gets by that first set of tacklers, he's off to the races.
Well, that was a very good return. He got a great block at about the 45-yard line, enabling him to cut back to the right. As initially he was making a move towards the sideline, but there was nothing there for him.
So the Bruins now, after a good defensive stand, 3 and out for the against the Indians, the Bruins will take over in Indian territory on the 34-yard line.
You wouldn't think a 7-0 ball game would turn into clock management.
Exactly.
That's what we're seeing.
Looking to pass.
There's a flag down on the far
there's a flag
side.
down intended for Cundy and just overthrown. Let's see what the call is.
I think this might be lining up in the neutral zone, judging by where that flag was thrown.
Baggett looking for Calder Cundy.
Maybe somebody left early or offside.
Shift.
Oh, illegal shift?
That was the initial call from the head referee.
Illegal shift, offense, 5-yard penalty.
Not good call.
2nd down.
That's just the 3rd penalty for Bear River, just the 5th penalty all night.
5-yard penalty against the Bruins. We'll back them up 5.
At least in one regard, this has been a clean game.
Line.
Looks like the referees are looking at something here. It should be a 1st down. It is. They changed the down marker. So the Bruins now 1st and 15. Baggett over center. Hand off to Bays. Running up the middle. And he's still grinding. He'll get back.
Austin Bays ahead for about 4 yards.
He got about 4, and Ripon thinks that they ripped the ball out.
Fans don't like it on the other side, but the whistle blew dead the play.
There's no question that the whistles preceded
the takeaway.
Yeah, exactly. It's a question of were the whistles a little bit quick.
Yeah.
Stop on the play.
Well, Ripon doesn't like it.
Fans are showing their disapproval of that.
Ripon's trying to get any sort of momentum going at all. They have been playing on defense for a vast majority of this game.
Hand off to Bays, no place to go, and he's slammed down to the ground.
Dylan Sexton on the tackle.
Clock continues to run, 2:28. Sexton on the tackle for the...
How about James Galswick picking up Bays and throwing him to the ground?
Bays weighs about 235. He can bench press 285.
This will be 3rd and 12. Play clock's got to be running down at this point. Bear River's already taken 1 timeout.
Yep. They're going to have to hurry here. Oh, they're going to get a 5-yard penalty. Delay a game.
Dead ball. Delay. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
So that'll back them up another 5. They started this drive on the 34-yard line, and they haven't been able to do anything except move backwards here.
Yeah, that illegal shift was entirely preventable. That delay of game, again, entirely preventable. There's not really too much you can do about a holding call, say. That's just one of those in-the-moment things that, you know, sometimes you really don't have a choice.
We got the passing play in here, looks like, for the
3rd and 17.
Handoff, Zimmer gets tripped up. Boy, I don't know. They had a passing formation, and they handed off trying to fool them, but nobody was fooled, so Bond will have to come in to kick.
There's only been 2 plays tonight that have been longer than 15 yards. They've both been running plays, and they're both for Bear River.
So Bond back to punt. They got two receivers back for the kick. Let's see what he can do here. Good snap. And it's going to be a fair catch called for down at the 10-yard line.
Fair catch.
It's a pretty good kick. That's right where you want it to land.
20-yard line.
If it lands any farther, you risk it rolling into the end zone.
Yeah.
Justin Hansen.
So 1:04 left to go in this third quarter. Still no real action, and the Ripon's been in their own territory the whole night when they've taken possession, and Bear River's been in their territory the whole third quarter. They still haven't been able to.
Ripon had that one pass into the end zone that was ripped out of the receiver's hands.
Yep.
That was the closest they've been all night. They haven't even come anywhere close to that since.
Another handoff.
Oh, no, get it. Oh!
The fumble, the ball's out, and a good hit. I think the Bruins have got it. They have a nice defensive play. I don't know who hit them, but coming up with the ball for the Bruins, that is Zimmer. Wow, that ball popped out of there.
And there's an Indian down.
Yeah, let's see.
What a hit.
Boy, that was a big hit. No wonder that ball popped up out of there. So with timeout on the field and the turnover by Bear River and we'll be right back. You're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com. Wow.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title's your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
Well, we're back after that injury timeout. Fortunately, that the player was fine. That's Justin Hansen. He's a running back, junior, 165, and he walks off under his own steam. So now, once again, the Bruins with 55 seconds are back deep in the territory, looking to pass. And he's got in the end zone. And oh, there's a penalty right there. Yeah, a couple of penalties come in as he was tackled. That was intended. That was for Garrett Pratt. He was wide open, and so that'll set up a 15-yard penalty. But it was.
I don't think in my years of covering football I've seen a more blatant pass interference.
Well, it was a touchdown if he didn't penalize. So that was probably a smart play on the defensive back.
He got wrapped up a full second before the ball even got there.
And when 2 referees throw the flag, you know that it's definitely a penalty.
Well, they're inside the 30, so this will be
Pass interference. Defense. Number 4. Half the distance to the goal.
No, it shouldn't be half the distance of the goal.
Well, pass interference is a 15-yard penalty.
Right.
Since they're inside the 30, it would put them more than halfway.
So now they're down to the 10-yard line. So it's first and goal. Well, let's see if they're going to. It's just outside the 10. So 1st and 10. There's a handoff to down over the. That is Moronic being run out of bounds on a fairly good-sized gain.
Down to about the 6. Gain of 7.
Clock continues to run here in the third quarter. We're down to 26 seconds. They may not get off another play, but it's. Let's see. The ball is placed on about the 6-yard line.
It'll be close, but they've got enough time.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Fans getting a little antsy. There's a handoff on a sweep left side, and getting down to about the 5.
5-yard line goes Trey Moronic. And that'll be the final play.
So the final play of the third quarter, the Bruins get it down inside the 5-yard line, where it'll start the fourth quarter. with the Bruins on the move. We've got a 21-6 Placer lead, and we're about ready to start the fourth quarter here, and you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. Welcome back. Marty Mortensen along with SteveSitter as the Bruins have the ball on the 5-yard line, starting the fourth quarter. So let's see how they line up here. The full house backfield, and it's going to be Carpenter on the carry. Carpenter's another one of those big backs when they get down on the goal line. Carpenter's had a great year this year on defense and also on so that'll be first and goal for the Bruins now, down on about the 1-yard line. Full house backfield again. And let's see, and did he get in? Looks like a touchdown for the Bruins. Who was it? That was number 53 for the Bruins. Travis Carpenter on the big score. Makes it 13-0 here. Coming in for the extra point is Alex Bond. Jenkins on the hold, and it's 11:41 left to go here. Just the start of this fourth quarter as Bond lines up. Let's see if we get a good snap here. Oh, low snap, put up, kicked, and I think he got it, did he? Yes, he did. Way to go, Alex Bond, as he gets swarmed in there. Jenkins, nice recovery on that. So 14-0 in favor of the Bruins as we got a timeout on the field for the kickoff. You're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruins football on the NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownproductions.com.
Thank you, Doug. Saving the whole rodeo.
All right, welcome back for the kickoff by Bond. He's going to try to kick it in the end zone, but it's going to come taken on the 5. And that's Davis, and they get him down at about the 10-yard or the 15-yard line, it looks like.
Just short of the 20-yard line.
So they'll move it out to about the 17. It'll be first and 10.
Number 58, Jared Bays.
That's the problem with a grinding style of offense. It takes a lot of time and a lot can go wrong, and for Ripon's offense, a lot has gone wrong.
Wilson, the official football supplier. Thanks, Wilson.
All right, first and 10 for the Indians. 2 backs in the backfield, and they hand off to the fullback, and he tries to go up the middle, but is dropped down in there by, let's see who made that initial hit. That was number 59 for the Bruins, Sam Davis.
33, Dylan Sexton on the carry.
Sexton on the carry. First time I think we called his name tonight, don't you? Handoff. Big hole. Are they going to get him close to the first down? Let's see who the ball carrier was, where they spot it.
That's going to be close. Now
it is going to give him a first down. I didn't see who the ball carrier was. Man, the uniforms are... First and 10 Indians. Hand off again, the same play, big hole over the right side.
I think that's Galswick.
33,
it's Sexton
again.
Sexton's made some tackles on defense, I know that, but he's been pretty quiet on offense.
Well, they're in hurry-up mode here, and second down at about 3. Same play again, but this time it stopped. Coming up and making that stop for the Bruins was number 17, Jake Leonard.
Sexton once again the ball carrier.
Sexton the carrier.
Number 17 on the stop for Bear River. Third down and about 4.
There's another third down. And Ripon down by 2 possessions. They're in 4-down mode.
Good snap, and they're going to be short of the first down, it looks like. Third down. Let's see the
Indian ball carrier is stopped about a yard short.
Well, they'll have to go for it.
Oh, absolutely. In a 2-possession game, you have to go for
30, I think the ball carrier was 30. 30. Sexton again. Well, they're working him.
2 yards to go.
Well, Davis is a 2-way player. Winters is a 2-way player. They have to get a rest sometime. Although if they lose this game, they'll have a few months of rest. Well, here's 4th and 2.
Yeah. He's got it, and more as he dives forward for a first down.
Indian ball carrier picks up a first down.
Yeah, nice hole opened up.
Yeah, it did.
Up the middle, which is something that really hasn't happened for Ripon at all tonight. Full credit to the Bruins' defensive line. They've been putting in the work just as much as the offensive line has, if not more. Very impressive to stop this Ripon running game.
Handoff on a sweep over the right side, trying to cut it up, but Bear River stops them just maybe for a half-yard gain. Defense for the Bruins is really swarming tonight.
I can think of one sweeping run play for either team that has produced any sort of offensive gain. It just hasn't been there. The secondary is too fast for both of these teams.
Second down and 9 for the Indians. Handoff to the nope. Oh, and he laterals it back. I don't know if he was down or not. They're going to get 2 yards out of this. And then an extracurricular activity going on there on that hit.
That lateral actually.
Was it a lateral, or I thought it was a thumb?
No, it was a lateral.
Oh, well, that was the play?
He pitched it back.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't the play, but he did it.
Oh, okay. Pretty dangerous.
No, it gained him a couple yards.
It did, because he was stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a gutsy decision. And that's another third down. So a little bit longer.
7:27 left in this game. And I think a false start on the wide receiver over there. Look,
that was Galswick. Galswick flinched on the far side.
It was probably called his play, and he was going to get down there on that field. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, false start. That'll back him up. That'll bring up third down and about 15. 7:13 left to go in this ball game. Big stop here. Because they're going to have to start putting the ball in the air, I think. Don't you think, Steve?
They've only thrown 6 passes today. They're 2 for 6 with an interception. Only 20 yards of offense through the air. This is not a passing team.
That man in motion looking on a rollout. Going to come across the center. And, well, and he's got some speed. They're not going to catch him. He's down to the 10-5. Touchdown, Indians. That was Doherty. The whole play went right, and they threw it left. Got right by Moronic or Calder, and one of the two, I couldn't tell. And there was nobody there except for that was a 3rd down and 15. And I don't know where it started. It's about the 40-yard line.
It was on exactly the 40-yard line.
That's what I thought. So a 60-yard pass play.
Ripon just quadrupled their total passing yards on the night.
Wow.
And full credit to Doherty catching it mid-stride. Full credit to Daggett delivering it perfectly
right on the money. Right on the money.
And Kundi was the one in coverage. It's not often he gets burned on a deep play like that.
There's a high snap, put down and kicked. And is it good? So with timeout on the field with 6:51 left to go in this ball game, 14-7 in favor of the Bruins. And we'll be right back as you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
Planning a big Thanksgiving meal? Perfect meals begin with SPD. Let's talk turkey. SPD has Norbert Natural Turkey for $1.49 a pound. Or make your holiday real easy with a complete Thanksgiving dinner for $59.99. And don't forget to help out the Nevada County Food Bank. SPD is where you get the freshest produce for your meal. You'll find savings every time you shop, so get everything you need in every department. And don't forget the gravy and everything you need for dessert. SPD will be open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. So happy Thanksgiving from the Painter family and everyone at SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Well, we're back now with 6:51 left to go in this ball game, and it's a 14-7 ball game, only a one-score game, as they scored a 60-yard pass play. And Steve, why don't you talk about it?
Well, I said this wasn't a passing team, but you wouldn't know it to look at that last play. Perfect pass from Daggett to Doherty mid-stride. But Kundi tries to jump the route at the last second. He tries to get a hand in to bat the pass down instead of keeping stride with Doherty. When he commits to try and knock that ball out of the air, he loses a stride on a wide receiver catching midway through. That was an interesting sort of onside kick attempt.
It didn't go far enough, it looked like. Huh? What happened?
Jacob Gaume, who is the kicker, is looking around going, guys, I'm the kicker. What are you doing?
So did they throw a flag?
Yeah. Near side referee threw the flag.
Oh, they're gonna offside.
Offside.
So they're going for an offside. They got the hand. Bear River's got the hands team up there.
I'm a little surprised they're going with the onside kick. There's almost 7 minutes left in this quarter.
Well, maybe
that's plenty of time to force a 3 and out. Ripon still has all 3 of their timeouts.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
And now you're even deeper in your own territory. I don't think you go for the onside kick here. Gaume is still lined up like it's an onside kick.
Now they're going to go back.
Interesting. Very interesting. It's a low line drive of a kick.
He's down. He caught the ball down on his knees, so.
Still pretty decent field position though, right? 31.
But they're going to have to move the ball.
And it's so strange that most of this game was either tied or 7-0. And suddenly 14-7 seems a lot more reachable than 7-0
Exactly
did.
right.
That's the power of the big play.
So here's on a sweep. That is Kundi trying to pick up some yardage. Still on his feet. Picks up some big yardage. It might be a first down.
It is.
Yeah, for a sophomore, this kid is he's a player, just like his brother Torrin.
And that is the first play of the second half for Bear River that was longer than 10 yards.
Just barely.
Just barely.
6:31 and counting here. Bear River with the first down. And they're going to hand off to Zimmer. And he doesn't get anything on that. Up the middle has not been working very well tonight for them.
Jesse Torres, number 77 for Ripon. He's a 275-pound senior. Excuse me, 280-pound senior. That is a big boy. You're not going to run through that.
And Bear River just doesn't have that big of players out there.
I don't know many high schools that do. Certainly not running backs.
Going to pass it, and a quick pass out in the flat. He picks up some short yardage. That was to Trey Moronic.
And I don't like that play call. He catches that, runs out of bounds, but it stops the clock.
Yeah, now it's third down. You want to keep that clock running at this point in the game. He should have just could have stayed in bounds and gone down, because he wasn't going to pick up that many more yards.
No, certainly not enough to get a first down. Bear River taking another timeout.
Let's see what they're going to signal here.
Timeout.
Okay, that's their last one. So Bear River takes the timeout, and with 5:43 left to go in this ball game, Bear River up 14-7. You're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
There's no need to wait for Black Friday. At B&C, the Thanksgiving sale is on right now. Start with a new tree and a ladder to decorate it. Or maybe you need new Christmas lights. B&C has those too, along with barbecues, appliances, and gifts for everyone on your list. Don't forget the new winter hours and the bargains of November, because the Thanksgiving sale is on right now at B&C.
Updating the other semifinal game, they are late in the third quarter. Sonora 42, Colfax 35.
All right, welcome back. After that timeout, Bruins have got third down and 6. Big play here, looking to pass, rolling out. And he's incomplete, and that was intended for Davis. Low pass, running to the left, stops the clock at 5:38, so they'll have to kick now.
And again, we saw that in the first half. I believe that was in the first quarter, when Luke Baggett tries to throw across his body, he tends to short arm it, and that's exactly what he did there.
Well, it certainly did, and so now Bear River's going to need a big kick here out of Bond. Good snap, good punt, going to go for right to him, and going along down to the 35-yard line. Fans aren't too happy with that play by number 34 for the Indians, but now they've got a 1st and 10 here with 5:27 left. So that wasn't a very good play sequence there for the Bruins, Steve.
No, not a good play sequence, and even the punt was a little suspect. It was right down the middle.
Yeah. So they get the Indians start on their own 35-yard line. And handoff up the middle, and Alberg is the first one to hit him. The rest of the Bruins bring him down. Sexton on the ball carrier again. So that'll bring up second down and about 8.
Well, to Bear River's credit, they really have shut down the run. In this half, Ripon doesn't have a run longer than 9 yards.
Snap, handoff to the first man through. He's going to pick up some big yardage. Going to be short of the first down, though, by about a yard. Clock continues to run. Bear River's out of all of their timeouts, and I think that the Indians still have their 3.
They do. They do have all 3.
So it's third down and short. Daggett. Over center, one back, in the backfield, I formation, handoff to the first back through, and he's going to get the first down and a little bit more. So that'll put the ball on about their own 48-yard line. They're working Sexton overtime, but
he's been quiet the whole first half.
Shotgun formation for Daggett. Good snap, looking to pass, and he gets caught down the sideline for a gain of about 7.
Ryan Daggett's pass is complete to James.
Stops the clock too at 3:59.
Yeah. All right.
Gain of about 7 yards. It'll be second down and 3 from the Bruins 44-yard line.
So the ball's on the 44. Second down and about 3. Handoff right side. It may have short of the first down, it looks like. Let's see where they mark it.
Sexton, again,
the ball carrier.
Gain of a yard. That'll leave third down and 2.
Third and 2. They're in 4-down territory, but the clock continues to run with 3:38.
Yeah, 3:38 is plenty of time to get 40 yards.
Incomplete, almost intercepted by the Bruins, and that was intended for Davis. That pass was thrown on us on a rope, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a great pass.
Yeah. Daggett, I thought they'd catch the Bruins napping there with a third and short.
Almost did, almost. The reality is that is a really, really hard pass for a wide receiver to come up with.
Yeah.
He has to lay out just to get his body in front of it. That's a great catch in college. In high school, it's almost unheard of.
So now a timeout's going to be called here as so the Indians call timeout. 3:25 on the clock for this ball game here, this second round playoff. You're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
With nearly 30 years of proudly serving our community, Auburn Toyota is expanding to offer more new Toyota inventory than ever before. Chances are we have the exact Toyota model you want, ready for you to drive home today. With many years of combined sales experience and hundreds of new Toyota cars, trucks, 4x4s, and SUVs, now is the perfect time to buy at Auburn Toyota. Come see why for generations Foothill Toyota buyers buy from Auburn Toyota, which is why we like to say Auburn Toyota is the place where the customers come back.
4th down and 2. This is a big play right here for the Bruins defense and a big play for Ripon. They're trying to get him offside, and they did it. I can't believe that the Bruins would get suckered into that on a watch the ball situation on a 4th and 2. Oh, that got him twice tonight. That is just, this late in the season, you can't go on the hut count.
That is the mental side of football that is not often talked about.
Well, now they've got first down on the Bruin 38-yard line.
It wasn't just one player. It was pretty much the entire offensive line.
Yeah, they all jumped. Handoff again. Stutter step, right side. Brought down for Sexton, the ball carrier. He was just maybe a yard on that carrier.
The clock continues to wind down.
Yeah. Nix is out. Leonard's in. Second down and 9. Daggett over center. Handoff again, and that's not going maybe for a couple of yards. Almost the entire line of the Bruins in on that tackle. Machado, the ball carrier.
Ripon still doesn't have a run longer than 8 yards in this half. They haven't had a run longer than that since the first quarter.
Wow.
Even then, they only had the one. They're approaching the 2-minute mark, too.
Yeah, 2:13 and counting. They're wasting a lot of time out there. And it's a sweep to Davis, and they got him for a loss on the play. And he took a nosedive right into the dirt. He's slow getting up. So the ball's on the 36. Clock continues to run with 1:38, third down and long, about 9 yards.
Watch that matchup on the left side.
Yeah, the Bear River fans on their feet. They got the receivers out here. Let's see what they're going to do. Looking long. Going to go deep. Bear River's right there, and it's going to be incomplete. Well, that'll bring up turnover on downs with 1:16 left. That could just about do it, do you think?
All Bear River needs is a first down. Ripon still has all 3 of their timeouts.
I think they got 2 left. They called one a little earlier. So.
All right, well, Bear River can still get the clock under, say, 30 seconds, but right now there's only been one breakout play, and Ripon was the one who had it.
They're going to have to hold on to the ball if Bruins want to go on to the dance next week.
I'm a little surprised. They went with Michael Winters as the intended receiver instead of Dorian Doherty.
Handoff. That looks like Bays powering his way up the middle. We got to get a Player of the Game award tonight, Steve. We haven't thought about it. Yeah, I think Austin is probably going to get the award tonight, as he's put on defense, offense, scored that touchdown. It's been you really got to give it all around to the defense, but.
I mean, the defensive line has made a very good case for themselves. In my mind, it's either the defensive line or Austin Bays, but Austin Bays has been fantastic on both sides of the field.
SteveSitter, Marty Mortensen, and our excellent camera operator tonight, Michael West, as the Bruins will have it second and short, and there's going to be a flag called. That'll stop the clock with the 1:03 left to go in this ball game.
Dead ball. False start.
False start by the Bruins.
Still second.
There were just 3 penalties called the entire first half. In the second half, there have been 8.
Yeah, it's been a hard-fought game all the way around.
Please reset the clock to 1 minute and 5 seconds.
1:05 left in this ball game. I think the Ripon's got one more timeout left.
They do. Well, they're still mathematically in the game, assuming they can stop Bear River here. Second and 11.
They got a tight formation. Handoff to. That is a handoff to. Looks like Carpenter. Another timeout called.
Yep.
That was Carpenter, the ball carrier, holding on to the ball. So they're the last time out with 59 seconds. Well, you must be a great mathematician. You said probably with 33 seconds left. And now they're out of timeouts. Bear River with the ball.
And they've got 3rd and 9. And this hasn't been a big play type of game.
Well, with the timeout on the field, Steve and I both agree that our player of the game award on the Bill Slade and Sons Player of the Game award tonight, we're going to give it to senior Austin Bays for his touchdown on that on the first score for the Bruins, his fumble recovery of the lateral, and also his great play on the defense tonight. You agree, Steve?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so there's our Bill Slade Player of the Game award goes to Austin Bays. So now it's last time out for the Indians. 1 minute left to go. And tight formation for the Bruins again. Bag it over center.
This is a knee formation.
And they got him on an offside. That'll give him 5 yards, but they want the clock to run.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
I'm not really sure what the thinking is on the defensive line there. That was not a play formation. That was a kneel-down formation.
So it's 3rd down and about 5. Let's see if they can, with 1 minute left, if they get a first down. You called it. That's the ball game.
And 3rd and 5 is much more makeable, but there's another very tight
There's a hand
formation.
off the base. He's on them. He's still going, but he's going to be short of the first down. Can't stop the clock. I would run it one more time, don't you think?
Well, if you do and you don't make it, the clock will stop on a turnover.
Yeah, right.
At the very least, if you punt it, the clock runs while the ball's in the air.
Well, they may let the clock run all the way down and then kick it. That would be my play at this point in time.
Well, another 5 yards.
Yeah,
really
not going to make any difference.
Isn't huge. I mean, certainly it's worth trying to time it, but with the great foot that you have for Alex Bond, it's 5 yards is fine.
Yeah.
And Bear River apparently had one timeout left.
Well, Bear River called that timeout?
I thought they were out.
Yeah. That's what I did too. So now Bond back in punt formation. A good snap and a good kick with 15 seconds left to go in the game. And back to receive as winners.
Just keep the kick between the lines. Now you can kick it right down the middle.
You're going to kick. They wanted him to have an out-of-bounds kick, but that wasn't what you wanted to do.
That essentially was a net kick of 4 yards.
Oh boy, they don't want to run back, but you got to kick it down inside the 25.
I can understand the rationale of not wanting a run back, but at the very least, if you kick it high, force a fair catch, that runs off way more time than just kicking it out of bounds does.
Well,
now you've given Ripon great field position too.
Exactly. Now they can go for a pass into the end zone with 10 seconds left. They're going to do another pass. They're going to sack him.
He got out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. There's 3 seconds left. Derek Roy took that lateral and is going to pass it downfield. I think he was intending to pass it to number 1, Doherty, who made that 60-yard touchdown catch.
Well, he managed to get back to the line of scrimmage somehow. I guess that's probably the perfect spot for a trick play.
Yeah.
There's really no harm done.
Look at that. Bear River's in prevent defense. Sometimes that prevents you from winning, but let's see what happens.
Only rushing
going
3.
Back, and they hit him just as he throws, going up for it and knocked down as the clock ticks out. Bear River's going to the dance. Bear River wins. There's a flag down. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Well, I might have called that a little too early. I didn't see that flag.
That is an interesting placement of the flag, too.
Where was it?
It's about 15 yards downfield.
Oh, really? Well, if it's against
might be holding.
If it's against the defense, then they get one more play.
I think, given the spot of that flag, I think it's holding on Bear River. I really don't know what else it could be. Hands to the face, maybe, but it would amount to the same thing.
Well, the fans think the game is over as they start heading for the exit.
Yep, holding.
So 10. So then now they got one more play.
One untimed play. And they're 10 yards closer.
Yeah.
And if you saw where that pass was, that pass landed at about the 5-yard line. So that extra 10 yards puts the end zone in Ryan Daggett's range.
So let's see. Are they only going to rush 3 again? Oh, the fans are on their feet. Last play. High snap, looking. Big rush. They're going to throw it.
It slipped out of his hand.
and it's knocked down. Now the Bear River will be going to the dance as the Bruins win 14-7.
And the Ripon Indians 7.
Wow, what an exciting game tonight.
And for the third time in 4 years, the Bear River Bruins.
Well, the second half was a lot more exciting than the first.
Certainly was. Why don't you recap it for us here, Steve? As if you've got to check your notes in this wet weather.
Well, the first half was all defense, certainly. The second half, not only was there excellent defensive play, but suddenly some holes started opening up. You can tell that there was a lot of fatigue, both on offense and defense for both of these teams. This is very tough conditions, very tough. It takes a lot out of you, just trying to keep your footing on the field, whether you're going up to block a pass or whether you're trying to make a cutback move, trying to go through a hole as a running back. But either way, some holes started opening up in the second half, allowing some bigger plays to be made, most notably that 60-yard pass to Dorian Doherty, the only touchdown, the only points of the night for Ripon. Just an excellent game from a defensive standpoint for everyone. Bear River's really only real mistake, minus the late game penalties, although both teams were really guilty of that, was that 60-yard pass. Other than that, just looking at the single-digit gains for all of these plays from Ripon, because Ripon really dictated the pace of that second half. They had the ball for far longer than Bear River did, and Bear River's defense continued to stop them, continued to force turnovers. And I think if you're Ripon, you're looking at this going, okay, 1 interception, 2 fumbles, 1 turnover on possessions. This game was in our reach all night, and we just could not get it done. Bear River, to their credit, they got it done when Ripon made those mistakes.
Well, the final score, they've turned the clock off already. Good thing I wrote it down, 14-7. Not much of a score compared to what we had predicted. What a great birthday present for Terry Logue. His birthday was yesterday. I talked to Terry Logue, the coach, tonight, and I said, happy birthday again. And it'd be a great birthday present if you could get a victory tonight to go to the dance next week for the championship, and like you did 2 years ago. And he said, boy, that would be a very good and happy birthday present. So with the team on the field, as the Michael West zooms in on the Bear River Chalk Talk down there, and once again we'll announce that the Bear River player of the game tonight, the Bill Slayton Sons player of the game, number 29, Austin Bays, and a fine effort by the entire defense tonight. An excellent program from Ripon. They had some good chances, and I think the defense just rose to the occasion for the Bruins. A couple of turnovers, but you got to hand it to the Indians, Steve. They stopped Bear River 3 times inside the 20-yard line, on the 25-yard line.
No, Ripon came to play, absolutely. And,
no question about it.
Like I said, this game was within their reach up until that final play.
Yep.
They were right there. They were right there. Just the turnovers, and they couldn't get more than the one big play.
All right, well, I think I'm almost out of voice here, and Steve, it's great to have you back in the saddle here again. A great job, as always. And Michael West, thank you very much for coming out in this cold night and shooting this game. And for Gil Dominguez and Touchdown Productions, along with SteveSitter, Marty Mortensen, and camera operator Michael West, big victory by the Bruins tonight, 14-7. They're going next week to the championship game, whether against Sonora or Colfax. Sonora was leading the last we heard.
Just by 3.
By 3 in the 4th quarter. So it's going to be an exciting game next week. Once again, the Bruins will be practicing on Thanksgiving, and they'll look forward to that. And you got to hand it to the boys. They played a whale of a game tonight, good coaching. And for all of us here on Touchdown Productions, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next week at the championship. Good night, everybody.